CV Show 2018. Yes, here we are at the Birmingham NEC for the 2018 Commercial Vehicle Show. Right, I'm here today with Kevin Griffin. He's the sales director for Ford UK. We're standing in front of one of the fantastic new Ford Transits. And I just wanted to ask you, we've got a lot of people out there that are worried about their van security.
Yep.
What's been done to make security better in Ford commercial vehicles, and what can people do to further their security on the vehicles as well?
Okay, I mean the first thing is that we work with Thatcham,
yep,
which are the industry renowned. They tell us what we need in order to get that Thatcham One alarm system in the vehicles. And as we migrate each vehicle product, we upgrade that system relative to what they're telling us.
Yep.
But we know in the real world, the thieves are moving in advance.
Yeah.
And the reality is, with some of the electrical devices now, we've got to keep a step ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we believe that all our products are appropriately equipped.
Yeah.
We employ some people to try and break into our vehicles in our research
okay,
and engineering NP, but we're also talking to the market and to customers to make sure that we're doing what we can.
Yep.
Now, what we do know is that when people are carrying really expensive equipment, particularly in the back, the recommendation is maybe to take that one stage further.
Sure.
If you're 10 or 20,000 pounds.
So you might have somebody just using the vehicles to carry goods in the day and it's empty at night,
yeah,
and they may not need to beef up the security apart from some slam locks if they're couriers, just to
yeah,
make sure they're not broken in during the day.
Yeah.
But then you've got other people that could be carrying thousands of pounds worth of tools.
Yeah.
And like one of you guys said earlier on, if you had a garage with thousands of pounds worth of tools, you're going to want to beef up that security.
It is, yeah, it is. But what I want to reassure people is that liaison with Thatcham really makes sure that the largest and the smallest are equipped with the state-of-the-art locking systems that we have. I mean, and we monitor it on a regular basis just to make sure that we are in line with the customer feedback.
Yeah. And apart from security, is there any more exciting things that are happening with the next generation of vans?
Oh, well, I mean, we've come a long way. Since 2012, we've literally doubled our volume. Once upon a time, all transit looked the same.
Yeah.
We talked to the customers and said, well, in the one-ton sector, for instance, we're taking these things home.
Yeah.
And we want a more car-like experience. So we separated the design from the 1-ton to the 2-ton, because the big guys still say, no, I want a truck-like looking vehicle,
yeah,
and we made that more truck-like looking. We've then migrated into the smaller vehicles. You can get a courier, which is smaller, we never had, with the transit name on it. And we're really trying to make sure that quality is consistent across the whole piece.
Yeah.
Our next challenge, as you know, within London, we're running some hybrid vehicles just to see where can we go to the next stage, because diesel still is the right product for commercial vehicles at this time.
Great.
We'll move into hybrid, but that's kind of a long way off.
It's an ongoing
but we're still working on NOx. Our Panther engine, which is all new in the latest generation, really does reduce NOx by about 50% compared to the old.
Right.
And we're making sure that stage 6.2 and beyond, we're compliant and more. So we believe we offer the best service in the marketplace. We think our dealers, and I know you deal with some of them, are really there to help us and make sure we engage and get things right. And we've got more exciting, dynamic products. So if any of your customers are out and about, come on the Ford stand, come and talk to us, and we'll take you through a great range of product we've got at the high level and indeed at the retail level.
Brilliant, Kevin. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Some great news. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Cheers. I am here with Neil Underwood from Sortimo. Hello Neil.
Afternoon.
He's one of their top-ish salesmen within the company. And we're going to be having a look at this. Neil, what is this?
This is workmo.
This is workmo. And what does workmo do?
So workmo stands for work mobility.
Ooh, that's a nice word, isn't it?
Great word. So essentially the workmo equipment is fully mobile.
Yep.
So from workshop to van. Mobile.
So basically it gives you the ability not just to be able to work in and to and from the van. If you're working on site for a day, a week, you can take the stuff out and stack it up and work on it.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. You can obviously fill your equipment full of your day-to-day tools and stuff. These can actually be locked.
Right,
well.
okay.
There is a locking mechanism. Unfortunately, we don't have one at the show, but they can be locked.
So we got some in the van we'll have a look at in a minute, because security is a big thing for us this year, and that's one of the things we're going through. So we'll look at the security locks. So we can actually get these lockable. So if you've got these on site, you can lock them up, store your stuff in there, and you know the other guys aren't going to steal your stuff.
Absolutely.
Your sandwiches, your pasta, all your
tools.
drill. Most importantly, your tools. Okay, so we got some drawers, and these are the L box, yeah?
L boxes.
And this is on a slide-out tray.
Absolutely.
So we can access these from here. And what else do they do now?
What else do they do? So what you have got here is a double stack. So you've actually got two workmos stacked on top of each other.
So we can actually take these off then?
We can indeed, yep. Just a flip.
Oh, okay. Go on, show me how to do it. Lovely. And that's on a dolly as well, so you can easily push them around. Now these boxes as well, they come out and they stack, don't they, Neil?
They do indeed.
Grab one under the box now.
You got it? You got it?
So we can also carry them out, you know, if you're working a little bit away from the workmo system, and they're stuck in the van as well. They'll integrate with the whole Sortimo system.
Absolutely. So what you can have is obviously a power tool in one and your fixings in another. So you're taking everything you need to that one job.
So if you've got to go up a few flights of stairs, nice and easy,
Perfect.
You're not to-ing and froing from the van. Now we're talking about security with these drawers. Let's have a look in the van and talk about the locks and show what Sortimo are doing to help try and slow down the thieves. Right, Neil.
Yes.
We're talking about van security. It's a big thing these days. Lots of people are having their vehicles, lots of people are having their tools stolen. More than the vehicles actually. People are breaking in, they're taking tools. What are Sortimo doing to try and help slow down the thieves?
So, like all the other companies, obviously we have deadlocks and slam locks, obviously fitted to all the doors of the vehicle, but obviously internally all the Sortimo drawers and openings can be made lockable.
So this one's got a lock on each drawer, and this can also be fitted to the workmo we've just seen as well.
Can be fitted to workmo indeed, yep.
So drawers normally open,
Twist the
so
key.
we can lock it, and now I can't pull that open. You know, it's all about trying to slow the thief down really.
So we can do.
We're not going to stop them, but we're going to slow them down. But if they break into this van and that door's locked, you know, the likelihood is if they've haven't got time on their hands, they're going to maybe move on to the next van.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. So things like the lifting flaps as well. The lifting flap obviously open and closes.
Yeah.
But actually, you have got fixes to put two locks on these, so these can be made lockable as well.
So these can be locked, the drawers can be locked, cupboards can be locked as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything coming for the boxes, or at the moment they're sort of...
Not at the moment, they are what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
But really, with the drawers and the cupboards and all that, that's where you might want to put your gas analyzer or stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah, all your expensive tools, yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, Neil, thank you very much. That's been a great insight into Sortimo stuff.
Thanks.
As normal, you are a star.
I know. Thank you.
So following on from our theme of security, we've got the new Sortimo L box. Now these will be changing over from the old L boxes. They're coming out beginning of next month. But one of the great security features on these boxes is this little hole here. You can actually snap a padlock over here and lock them. There's even a wire that goes through these boxes as well, which you can lock multiple boxes together. Another great feature of these, which is different from the other L box, is you can actually open the lower box while the top box is still attached. Now obviously you've got to make sure the top box is closed, otherwise your stuff's going to go everywhere. But it's just another great security feature that's going to slow down the thief in your vehicle from getting in there, or even people on site coming in and pinching your drill or your sandwiches. We're here at the CB show with Tony Powell from ProtectAVan. We've been having a chat with Tony about additional van security and what people can do to protect their assets in the back of the van. Hi Tony.
Hi, pleased to meet you.
So what is it that your company does, and what is it that you're seeing out there that's happening with people's vans and people's tools?
Vehicles are getting broken into on an increasing basis. There are more and more tools, picks, etc. to break into vehicles, and vehicles are becoming more and more vulnerable because the material that they're made out of is becoming thinner because of the fuel efficiency and the payload that the vehicles are intended to carry. So they're becoming effectively baked bean cans.
So that's an interesting fact. So in order to get the fuel efficiency and the weight down, we're actually making them more susceptible to break-ins.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So what is it that your company's done to sort of try and prevent or slow down the thieves?
What we're trying to do is enhance the vulnerabilities that are on the vehicle. Some locks that are on the doors to control the central locking, we're upgrading those locks to an anti-pick, and indeed we're putting bezels and metal around the outside of those locks to reinforce the door. We're putting additional locking systems to doors. Various methods are taken on by the criminals of tyre leaving, or a thing called keel and steel.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of that where they're
getting hold of the top of the door,
yeah,
physically bending it down. So we're making devices that stop this from happening.
So can we have a quick look around the van here and see what we've got as additional security?
So the vulnerability of the door lock that can be attacked by putting a pair of grips around the outside, we replace the original lock with a lock that cannot have a screwdriver put into the front of it because of the lock design, and we put a stainless steel bezel around the outside of the lock to stop anybody from getting a pair of grips on the outside of it and turn it.
Brilliant, okay, yeah, because that's been something that's been quite vulnerable in these vans in particular. I know Ford have made some of their own upgrades on there, but if you're really looking to protect it, having that is a massive upgrade for the vans, and I'd urge anyone having a vehicle that you're going to carry any sort of tools in that, first thing to do on these vans and any of the other manufacturers is to upgrade the original locks. So we've also got some additional security on this van as well.
So that would have to go around the back of the van.
Okay, Tony, can you show us this lock you got on the back door here?
Right, so conventional deadlocks on vans are like your house deadlock, where they throw a single bolt out from one side of the door to the other. Where the criminals have been putting tyre levers between the doors and prising them apart, bearing in mind the doors are a lot weaker, they're popping the lock or pulling it open. So what we've gone for now is what they call a hook lock. So when you turn the key, a physical hook comes out from the case and engages into a key or receiver on the other side. One of the reasons that we've put this up higher than normal, again, is to stop the peel and steal, where they're getting their fingers in at the top of the door and pulling the door down. So that effectively is killing two birds with one stone, so to speak. So you've got the hook to stop it from being prized apart, and the high level to stop it from being peeled apart.
Fantastic, yeah, that's a great addition to the van. And we've got some more locks on the side as well.
We've got some same we'll show you on the side.
Okay. Pull down that here.
So, again, on the side load door, we've got this high level hook lock, which is throwing out and would engage into a receiver on the opposite side. So, at the front here, to stop this side of the door being pulled down, we've got what we call a door keeper. Basically, this is a framework of metal with a peg that when the door closes, it engages behind that keep, effectively stopping the door from being pulled down at the top on this side, and the hook lock on the opposite side, stopping the whole door from being peeled and steeled.
Fantastic, so that's really sort of securing a weak point within the vehicle.
Yeah.
Is there anything other than locks that your company are doing to increase the security on the vans?
something that is increasing, where vehicle security that we're putting on vans is getting better and better. There is now a tendency to steal the vehicle. So if you're going to steal the vehicle, the way that you would do that is plugging in a device into the onboard diagnostic port with a device that will pretend or tell the vehicle that the key is present. So what we're doing is the OBD port, which is normally situated behind the dash, we're relocating it in a metal box in the centre of the vehicle. This is effectively a safe that's stopping anybody getting to that plug to plug into the device to steal the vehicle.
Fantastic. There's some really great security measures on there. And how can people get? Do you have dealers throughout the UK, or do people come direct to see how they bump up your security?
People can buy online through the ProtectAVan website in the usual manners, phone up and place orders, etc.
And they can get it installed anywhere in the UK as well?
Yeah, we've got dealers throughout the UK.
Fantastic. Cheers. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Thank you.